In August 2025, federal agents at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport intercepted a fleeing chief financial officer, serving him with a grand jury subpoena. Halfway across the world, a major technology operation in India abruptly shut its doors, locking out hundreds of developers and severing access for global clients. Meanwhile, in London, panicked creditors triggered a default clause. They seized $37 million from corporate accounts, draining the company's remaining cash reserves to zero in a matter of hours. The target of this coordinated collapse was Builder.ai. Supported by $450 million in funding from institutions like the Qatar Investment Authority and Microsoft, it held a valuation of $1.5 billion. But the underlying asset driving that valuation, a revolutionary artificial intelligence platform, did not exist. The automation was an elaborate facade, manually powered by 700 human workers clicking and typing behind a digital curtain. This widespread implosion dismantled a sophisticated mirage. It exposed one of the most lucrative technological deceptions of the current software boom. The operation began in 2016 under the direction of Sachin Dev Dougal, a founder who styled himself as the company's chief wizard. His pitch to investors and clients was highly specific. Building bespoke enterprise software should be as easy as ordering a pizza. To execute this vision, the company introduced Natasha. Natasha was marketed as an advanced AI product manager, capable of understanding complex, natural language business requests. A client would describe their idea in a chat window, and Natasha would autonomously interpret the requirements. That calling from a massive library of pre-built features, the system was advertised to generate up to 80% of an application's final code instantly. This seamless workflow attracted the attention of major global players. Microsoft acquired an equity stake and announced formal plans to integrate Natasha directly into the Microsoft Teams platform, giving the tool access to hundreds of millions of users. By pairing an enticing, frictionless product with public validation from the highest levels of the tech industry, Builder.ai established absolute credibility. Investors saw a scalable machine, and the capital followed. Internal contradictions surfaced early. In 2019, a former executive filed a $5 million whistleblower lawsuit. Court filings showed him warning that the company's artificial intelligence claims were entirely fabricated, describing the platform's core technology as smoke and mirrors. The actual infrastructure lived far away from the slick marketing presentations. The workload was offshored to a traditional development farm in India, where an army of 700 entry-level engineers processed the orders. These engineers were instructed to read incoming customer chats and type responses in real time. By managing databases and routing requests manually, they deliberately simulated the speed and efficiency of automated algorithmic processing. Inside the office, the reality of the operation was an open secret. Employees routinely joked about the deception, noting that the name Natasha actually stood for actual Indians, or simply a guy instead. The company avoided the heavy costs of actual machine learning research. Instead, it operated a conventional offshore labor business wrapped tightly in an expensive layer of artificial intelligence branding. Sustaining an artificial intelligence valuation requires proving exponential, highly scalable growth. Since manual labor is physically impossible to scale at the speed of software, the company needed a different mechanism to manufacture the necessary financial data. Between 2021 and 2024, Builder.ai engaged in a practice known as round-tripping with Verse Innovation, an Indian social media company. The two entities established a system of reciprocal, offsetting transactions. Builder.ai would pay Verse for supposed app development services, and Verse would immediately pay Builder.ai for alleged marketing. By trading roughly $30 million back and forth, both companies recorded the incoming cash as legitimate growth, inflating their combined ledgers by $60 million. This continuous swapping allowed Builder.ai to present wildly distorted forecasts. They claimed $220 million in revenue to their creditors, while independent audits later revealed the actual figure was closer to $50 million. Armed with these falsified metrics, the firm secured tens of millions in debt facilities. The illusion of a booming tech platform was entirely underwritten by this circular accounting scheme. The discrepancies eventually caught the attention of the board. In February 2025, the founder was removed as CEO. His replacement immediately commissioned an independent forensic audit to examine the historical accounts. When the auditors exposed the revenue inflation, institutional lenders moved to protect their capital. A major creditor, Viola Credit, declared a technical default and instantly seized $37 million from the startup's operational accounts. Without operational runway, the end was absolute. The company declared insolvency, terminated nearly 1,000 employees worldwide, and filed for Chapter 7 liquidation, leaving millions in unpaid debts to cloud providers. A billion-dollar valuation is only as stable as the data supporting it. When the core financial and technological claims were proven false, that perceived value dropped to zero overnight. The collapse leaves a lingering question. Venture capital firms conduct intense due diligence, yet some of the most sophisticated investors in the world poured hundreds of millions into a manual labor farm. The answer lies in market psychology. Following the release of ChatGPT, the resulting investment frenzy created massive fear of missing out. This environment birthed the practice of AI washing, misleadingly branding traditional processes as machine learning to attract rapid capital. Builder.ai weaponized this specific phenomenon. They successfully exploited the knowledge gap, using slick marketing jargon to distract stakeholders from auditing their actual technical infrastructure. This failure serves as a harsh stress test for the current market. When capital prioritizes speed and compelling narratives over verified functional substance, the resulting corrections are sudden and deeply destructive. True technological progress requires verifiable transparency. As the industry races toward the next breakthrough, we have to look past the pitch decks and rigorously question the mechanics hiding behind the magic.